All right, you guys, my kids are in bed, so now I am going through part 2 of, this was problem number 29 from chapter 25. So they asked us if there was improvement with players who took the training. And so this is the paired t-test that we're gonna do. So Hayden is not here, so you won't see my face, but some of you will be perfectly okay with that. So the null, just like before, for every paired t-test, the null is going to be mu sub d is equal to 0. That will always be the same on every paired t-test. Just like the one we did before, we're going to let mu sub d be the mean difference in this situation, the mean difference in strikes thrown for before, after, should probably rephrase that, from before and after watching the training video. We name it the paired t-test and our alpha is 5%. Don't forget, we no longer have the independent groups assumption. We have the paired data assumption, and we are just write down that it's paired by pitcher, before, after. Random wasn't stated, but I believe that the sample is to be representative, and I probably just could have said sample. It's the same sample of 20 kids who were pitching. 10%, 20 is less than 10% of all student pitchers. And the nearly normal on this one, I said that the differences have a distribution that is unimodal and symmetric. So why am I allowed to say that? Because in L3, which is where I have my data, and I'll show you on the calculator again real quick. When I went to L3, I looked at the histogram from L3, which is my differences, and it wasn't terrific looking, but I'm still gonna go ahead and say that it's unimodal and symmetric. So I will bring you, there's my record player. So real quick on the calculadora, so if I go to stat, edit, you'll see I have all of the after pitches here and all of the before pitches here. Okay, I put the after in L1 and the before in L2 because I'm hoping that this difference is going to increase. I'm hoping they're going to throw more strikes after watching the video. And some of them did, as you can see. 7 more strikes, 2, and then the difference was negative on some of them. Positive on some, negative on others. Okay, so that's all those. But how did I get L3, right? How did I get L3? So if I go to the top of L3, I'm just going to clear it out real quick and show you how to do it one more time. Go to the top of L3 and it says that L3 equals, and I want L3 to be L1 minus L2. And then that's how that list gets created. So that's the list that I'm working with. And so when I go to stat plot, and I just want the first one turned on, and I pick histogram, and L3 is what I'm wanting to look at. The differences is what I'm wanting to look at. So I take a look at that, and I know it's kind of funky looking, but we basically just say, yep, it looks nearly normal, and we continue because we're obviously not going to stop a problem. Okay, especially with the multiple, especially for the free response question, which is what you might have. So I'm going to use my calculator for mechanics. I should have had a little bit more of a space between calc and 4. It looks like one word. My degree of freedom is 19, n minus 1. My t is 0.135. So right there, that t-score is so low, which means my p-value is going to be pretty high, which it was. And just to review one more time how to do that on the calculator, we go to tests, and this is the t-test. It's the paired t-test, but it's just like chapter 23. We go to t-test. The only difference is the null is going to be 0. Okay, that's always going to be 0 for a paired t-test. And it's in L3, and I'm doing greater than, so I'm all good. Calculate, and that's where my numbers came from. So that is that. And obviously, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna say since my p-value is greater than my alpha, I will fail to reject the null. There is insufficient evidence to show that the training, I don't know why I put doesn't improve. There's insufficient evidence to show that the training improves the player's ability to throw strikes. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. I don't know why I did that, sorry. It's the quarantine, it's really getting to me. So there's insufficient evidence to show that the training program improves a player's ability to throw strikes. So sorry, it doesn't necessarily work. Statistically speaking anyway. Okay, that is it. I'll flip it around here. Oh, no, sorry, now you get to see my face. Hope you guys are doing well. Please remind me or email me if you have any questions about any of the homework. And I'm gonna keep making videos for you guys. Okay, love you. Talk to you later. See ya.